Palace staff are told to prepare for Prince Harry's return to the UK within weeks, and he could face a telling off from the Queen over his public comments about US politics. Indeed, he's not allowed to comment on U.S. politics, and this is foreign interference in the United States elections. The staff has been told to ready Frogmore Cottage for his arrival. The Queen is likely to meet him at Windsor after she returns to resume engagements. Okay, so she's coming back to Windsor. It comes as royal experts warn Harry has burnt significant bridges. I agree. It really seems like Harry is angry at the royal family and the Queen. And in my most recent reading, I got the devil on Harry's side, like he's trying to hurt the royal family. So we're going to, I just wonder. The other thing, I don't know if we have time to look at that again this morning. The other thing that is going on is a Missouri congressman demands Meghan and Harry be stripped of their titles for interfering in the U.S. election. Republican lawmaker Jason Smith of Missouri argued Meghan Markle's political opinions are thinly disguised. Okay, she's obviously a Biden supporter. In 2016, she went on record on TV saying that she would leave the U.S. if Donald Trump was elected in 2016. Well, guess what? He was elected in 2016, and now he's running for re-election in 2020. So she's obviously against Donald Trump. Mr. Smith, the Republican, he sent a letter making his request directly to the British ambassador to the United States, Karen Pierce, on Friday afternoon. So I'm really glad to see that this is being taken seriously. And so I'm wondering, will the Queen strip the titles or forbid Harry and Meghan to continue using these titles altogether? Now, they just canceled Christmas. Okay, Harry and Meghan just announced that they weren't going to Christmas at Sandringham. A lot of people on the threads are saying, well, the Queen and the royal family don't want them. And I want to look at, did the royals say, hey, don't come, Harry and Meghan? We've had enough drama for now. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So Prince Harry has been ordered back to the UK by the Queen. Okay, and it's being characterized as, he's going to get a spanking. The Queen is very upset. So I think the Queen is upset. I think that their use of their royal titles for political means are extremely inappropriate. I also wonder about Harry's visa issue. So I went and looked up, because he can stay in the U.S. for 6 months and 1 day. And this is unless he's on a diplomatic visa. Okay, he's the Queen's representative. So I don't think he is. I've heard various things about it, but we don't know what his situation is. He is literally only allowed to stay in the U.S. 6 months. So I wonder if he's going to stay for a while. And I wonder how upset the Queen is. No mention has been made of Meghan or Archie returning. I don't think Meghan has any desire or intention to return to England. All she does is attack the Queen and the Crown and the Commonwealth and Britain itself. And I don't think that Meghan is much beloved in Britain anymore. I really don't. So let's for starters, look at the energy surrounding Harry's return to the UK. Is this going to be a spanking? Is the Queen angry? Or does she have compassion for her wayward grandson? Because I do see William being very upset at Harry, and I see Harry with devil energy. So maybe trying to take revenge on the royals, and I think this is just brainwashing by Meghan. So let's look at the energy surrounding the Queen ordering Harry to return. Let's take a look. My. All right, so what do we have? Well, we have the 10 spades and we have the fox. But otherwise it's quite positive, frankly. This is mostly a positive spread. Let's read it. Four-leaf clover, cross, permanent family, and the direction in the permanent family. Opportunity to discuss the direction in the permanent family. 14-4, 18, 5 diamonds. Jacob's ladder. So where are you going, with regard to the royal family? The queen wants to discuss with Harry. Where is this going? Where are you going in the royal family, Harry? Very wise, very strategic. They have a lot of people around them, family. So permanent family, direction. So she has really considered where does this go in the future? If Harry stays on this path, where does this go for Harry and Meghan? But Harry especially, because Meghan married into the royal family. She's not an original royal. She kind of acquired the titles. Okay, but Harry is a grandson and a son. So what do we have on the outcome? Earthquake and inheritance. A disaster. This is an absolute disaster for the royal family. 10 spades is the worst result. Okay, so this is like worst case scenario for the royals. Okay, what they're doing with their titles, which is interfering in the United States elections. And people are getting upset about it. We now have a senator, like I said, we have a senator writing to the UK ambassador to the United States. Son, exposing all 5 diamonds and 9 diamonds on an ongoing basis, talking. So what they're talking about, 9 diamonds and 10 spades, all this political talking is just, it couldn't be worse. Okay, this is terrible for the royal family and the royals. It's terrible. So this is not as bad as I thought. Okay, is she going to give him a spanking? Is she upset at him? Or is she going to deal with him compassionately? For the most part, she's going to deal with him compassionately as a permanent family member. Where does this go? What are your plans, Harry? Where is this going? Okay, but she's very clever and wise. Okay, this is a disaster. I don't see her taking anything away here. I don't see her stripping away titles and whatnot. Let's look. Let's look at Harry and the Queen. Is the Queen going to strip away any titles and or very likely forbid Harry and Meghan from continuing to use their titles, for political purposes or at all in the United States, because they are not acting as royals. And the other thing that irks me is they are still representing the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. He is still the president, and because of marriage, she is the vice president. This was just granted to her, just like all these things that were granted to her. They are not representing the Queen. They are not representing the Crown. They are not representing England. And for him and her to be president and vice president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, this is nonsense. So what is the Queen going to do with regard to Harry? Is she going to strip titles? Is she going to forbid them to use their titles? Is she going to take major sanctions against them on this visit, Harry or the Queen? Because she's notoriously slow-moving and careful. That's Harry. This is the Queen. Ooh. Is the Queen going to apply sanctions and order that they stop? Well, over here, we have a full stop. We have the 9 spades. Stop it. Full stop. Strength in the rooted environment for the man. 24-33. Yes. Okay, she is going to make a key move, and she is going to stop Harry from using his titles. She's got, okay, the strength, the rootedness. This is the titles. Okay, the rootedness. He is rooted as a royal. The man, Harry, is rooted as a royal. And she's going to put a stop to it. So the key, she's going to make a very serious move. And she's going to, I think this looks like she's going to stop Harry and Meghan, but definitely Harry from using his titles. You know, he's not acting as a royal. He can't say he's a royal, and he can't act on he can't use his titles because he's bringing shame to the royal family. Binding to the family and breaking off the binding to the royal family. 4 and 12, 16, 4 spades. Yeah, he's being separated. Yeah, he's not going to be allowed to use his titles anymore. Okay, so Harry and Meghan are going to be ordered to stop using their titles. They're going to be just Harry and Meghan. And I think that's all they can do at this point. But that will be good enough, and there should be some announcement that they are not acting on behalf of the Queen, and she should strip the Commonwealth Trust from them. Because that's their last remaining vestige that they represent the Queen and the Crown. So we have Player and Snake. It's really the public appearance. Okay, Player can literally be actor or actress. Meghan often shows as the player, but Player is also just public appearances, a public person. So very problematic public appearances. 23. So yeah, their public appearances and what they're doing with the titles and representing the crown are extremely problematic. So I think she's going to order that they stop using their titles. I think she's going to order that they completely stop using their titles. Okay, now they just canceled going to Christmas, and the news was out that Harry and Meghan didn't come to Christmas, are not going to come. First, they announced, we're coming to Christmas at Sandringham, which is very appropriate. The Queen and Charles and Will and Kate and the kids have not seen little Archie, and all the extended relatives have not seen Archie at all. Okay, no sightings of Archie. That's just creepy, man. Okay, this is the family. That's just creepy. So you need to take Archie, if he exists, that is. And I don't think Harry and Meghan have Archie, because that's why we're never seeing Archie. That's why the dogs keep showing up in all the pictures, because they don't have Archie, so they just show us the dogs. That's creepy. Okay, so who canceled what? People in the threads are saying the Queen and Charles and the royals are like, no, we don't want Harry and Meghan for Christmas. We don't want them because Archie doesn't exist. It's just going to be a whole bunch of nonsense, and then we're going to be photographed with, photoshopped into pictures with Archie, and they don't have Archie, and who's that kid they're holding, and oh goodness, what a mess. And then we're going to make public appearances. We're going to do the Christmas walk. What are they going to do then? Oh, Archie has to stay home because of, the pandemic, and, just excuse after excuse, and more nonsense and more nonsense and more nonsense. So did the Queen, and I'm going to look at it from the Queen's side, did the Queen say, you know what, Harry and Meghan, don't come? And the reason they said they didn't come is because Kate Middleton's uncle came out and said, just shut the F up, Harry and Meghan. Shut the F up, okay? You Muppets. He said, shut the F up. You're a couple of Muppets clamoring for attention. Okay, that's the excuse that Harry and Meghan are not coming for Christmas. So did the Queen and the Crown cancel their Christmas invitation? Oh, goodness. I need to back up. Did the Queen and Crown cancel their Christmas invitation? Trinity working together. Angel, ruler. This is the Queen or the King. The Crown, ruler. Angel, grandson. And Archie, Trinity on the surface. So we have 2427 cross permanent family. On the surface, no. On the surface, no. They wanted them to come for Christmas. What's underneath? Reacting to circumstances. Kate Middleton's uncle says, shut the F up, you bunch of Muppets. Very publicly changed their minds, manifesting in secret. 20, 30, 8 diamonds, everything. Yeah, so officially this is Harry and Meghan canceled. Harry and Meghan canceled. There's no indication here that the Crown said to them, you know what, don't come. You're just a problem. Don't come. Now, they did Kate's uncle act on his own? Did he just fly off the handle and they're like, oh, that was out of the blue? No. Okay, so very easily they could have, manifested in secret. Manifested in secret. Manifested in secret. Okay, that's exactly what I was just saying. So they knew that Kate Middleton's uncle didn't act on his own. They knew he was going to say this. They manifested him saying, shut the F up, you bunch of Muppets. Okay, they manifested this. And they knew they would react. They weren't exactly sure what the reaction would be, but they knew they would react. Now, Harry, I'm not sure what the visa situation is. I think he's definitely hit the 6-month mark. He can stay in the U.S. for 6 months and 1 day, unless he's on a diplomatic visa. That would be weird, because he doesn't represent the Queen. Will Harry remain in the UK for many months? Okay, he needs to be deprogrammed. He needs to be separated from Meghan. I'm actually glad to see that Meghan is not with Harry, because then she's not controlling him and talking in his ear every second. Okay, he is on another continent. His friends can talk to him. His brother, Kate Middleton, the Queen, Charles, Camilla. Everybody can reach him and talk to him. He can go talk to the red-haired bloke with the bar. He can go to the bar and talk to him. Everybody can talk to him now. Okay, so without direct and constant interference from Meghan, who may be on the phone all the time. So will Harry remain in the UK for several months? Okay, because he actually seems to need to be we have a yes. Will Harry be remaining in the UK for several months? Because of outside interference, yes. Because of outside interference, very quietly. 11 and 9, 5 spades. I think he's blocked from coming back to the US, okay? If he wants to be an illegal alien and live in a tent on Venice Beach, amongst the dirty needles and the feces, he can do that, but then he would be officially banned from ever returning to the U.S. He would have to sneak into the U.S. with the terrorists along the southern border. Okay, so vote Biden if you want the border open. It looks to me like he shouldn't be able to return because of visa issues outside. I think he's going to stay a while. It looks on the surface like he's going to stay a while. So conflict with the heart blocked. This adds blocked. This adds 5 spades. A long distance. 10 clubs is travel overseas, and very emotional about travel overseas. This 10 hearts, the 10 hearts and 3 spades looks to me like he just needs a break from Meghan. This looks like conflict in his marriage. Okay, and he's blocked. I think he has visa issues. I think he literally has visa issues, and I think he's going to stick around in the UK for a while, which would be very good for him, and he's going to be without Meghan. And if it gets bad enough, I think Meghan will physically come to the UK and try to load him onto a private jet and just bring him back as a hostage. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, what is the energy surrounding Harry's return? It is mostly family, permanent family, family, and we love you. Okay, but there's wise card, and what you're doing to us, what you're doing to the royal family is a disaster. So there's a lot of compassion and kindness from the queen and the royal family, and that's how she's going to approach it. But she has to deal with what's going on, and what's going on is you're really hurting the royal family, Harry. You're really, really hurting the royal family. Is she going to strip the titles? Is she going to forbid them from using their titles? She's going to put a full stop to Harry using his royal titles. Okay, he's being separated from the family because of all the problems he's causing as a public person. So I see the Queen completely putting a stop to Harry, and I think also Meghan, from using their royal titles because they're no longer representing the crown. Who canceled? Who canceled Christmas? Was it Meghan and Harry, or was it the Queen? It was Meghan and Harry. But the crown, they secretly manifested this. So, they're like, we'll just do this and see what happens. We'll have Kate's uncle come out and say this very incendiary thing that we can't say. Kill with a borrowed sword. Okay, so will Harry remain in the UK for several months? Yes. I think he has visa issues, and they want to get him far away. Hamster wheel. Hamster wheel is a trip overseas and far away because of all the emotional content, and they want to keep him away from Meghan. I think it's not going tremendously wonderfully well. I think we know their relationship is not wonderful, and she seems rather abusive and controlling, and he's a Muppet now. He's the royal handbag holder and a Muppet, and they need to deprogram him. Of course, they're aware of this. So I think he's going to stay in the UK for several months, and that can only be a good thing. That can only be a good thing. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.